Welcome back, my friends, to the Cryptid Shadows. I'm your host, Mr. Nobody, guiding you once again into the strange, the unexplained, and the unsettling corners of our world. Tonight's story is personal. It's about family, about trust, and about the terrifying mysteries that lurk just beyond the campfire light. This is Father's Day in the Cryptid Shadows. Before we dive into tonight's tale, I found this story online while doing some research. It was topical. It was about Father's Day. It was spooky, and I liked it. So I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. And while I can't authenticate or verify, this one's gonna freak you out a bit, and I think you'll like it. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the two souls at the heart of this strange Father's Day encounter. Tom and Lily, a father and daughter cryptid hunting duo with a story of their own. Tom, a former wildlife biologist, spent years debunking cryptid sightings, skeptical, methodical, always armed with data. For him, creatures like Bigfoot and Dogman were nothing more than folklore, misinterpreted by overactive imaginations. But that changed 5 years ago. On a lonely field study in Montana, Tom encountered something he couldn't explain. A towering silhouette watching him from the tree line, eyes reflecting an unnatural amber glow. No tracks, no physical proof, just a lingering dread that science couldn't quite erase. Meanwhile, his daughter Lily, only 12 at the time, was already deep into the world of high strangeness. She grew up binging online forums, devouring books on cryptids, UFOs, and ancient legends. While Tom clung to the physical world, Lily danced freely in the shadows. Their shared fascination became a bridge between them. Weekends that once felt distance soon turned into joint expeditions. Tom brought his scientific discipline, collecting samples, analyzing tracks, documenting with cameras and sensors. Lily brought her encyclopedic knowledge of cryptid lore, following obscure sightings and piecing together patterns that data couldn't explain. In online circles, they earned a quiet reputation as the Warden and the Watcher. The Warden, Tom, cautious and grounded. The Watcher, Lily, intuitive and open-eyed. But nothing could prepare them for what they encountered last Father's Day. Deep in the Appalachian wilderness, far off from any marked trails in West Virginia, Tom and Lily set out for what was meant to be a simple overnight excursion. A little father and daughter bonding, a chance to search for signs of Bigfoot, or so they thought. But the locals had long avoided this patch of woods. They whispered of something darker, something ancient, the Howlers. The Howlers weren't your typical cryptid. The stories varied. Some described tall, hairy beasts with elongated jaws, while others spoke of pale, crawling things that moved like shadows across the forest floor. But all agreed on one thing: they hunted in packs. And once you encountered their domain, you were not alone. Tom scoffed at these stories, folklore, but Lily, ever the watcher, couldn't shake the unease in her gut. They pitched camp beneath the towering pines, but as night fell, the woods grew unnaturally silent. No crickets, no owls, only an eerie stillness broken by the first sharp knock. Tom brushed it off. Just trees settling, he said. But Lily knew better. She read the patterns. Wood knocks weren't random. They were signals. The knocking grew closer, then a snapping of the heavy branches, and finally movement. A towering shape slipped between the trees, larger than any bear. Its eyes glowed faintly red in the darkness, teeth visible even from afar. But the face, it was wrong, elongated, predatory. Not Bigfoot, not Dogman, Lily whispered. In terror, Dad, that's the Gugwe. The Gugwe was a species of Sasquatch, whispered about in cryptid circles, aggressive, carnivorous, hunters, and worse, it wasn't alone. Around them more figures appeared, some tall, some disturbingly small, hairless, pale creatures crawling low to the ground, oversized, malformed infants, the crawlers. The howlers weren't a single species. This was a nest, a collective. Tom grabbed Lily's hand, pulling her through the trees as the swarm closed in. They sprinted blindly through the darkness, dodging claws and teeth, until they stumbled upon something unexpected. An ancient stone well, half buried beneath moss and vines. They hid inside, hearts pounding. The Gugwe circled above, snarling, and then salvation came from the shadows. Emerging from the dark, stepping in a towering figure, but not like the others. Its fur shimmered, silver beneath the moonlight. Its eyes glowed softly blue, and its face was calm, intelligent. The Wampus Cat. An Appalachian guardian spirit, known in Cherokee legend as a protector of the woods. Not all creatures in the shadows are monsters. The Wampus Cat stood between Lily and Tom and the pack, and it let out a resonant growl. One of authority, not aggression. The Gugwe hesitated. The crawlers screeched softly, then withdrew into the dark. Tom and Lily spent the rest of that long night beneath the watchful gaze of the Wampus Cat. As dawn approached, this creature silently disappeared back into the forest, leaving only a strange and spiraling footprints behind. Tom, the lifelong skeptic, held his daughter close. "You were right, kiddo," he whispered. "I may not understand it all, but I believe you now." On that Father's Day, amid danger and darkness, their bond grew stronger than ever. Not through a barbecue, not through gifts, but through survival, through trust, and through the strange and hidden wonders of the world that they both chased together. Sometimes the shadows hide monsters. Sometimes they hide guardians. And sometimes they remind us what really matters. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Until next time, keep your eyes open. The Cryptid Shadows are always watching. And this is Mr. Nobody, signing off.